Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for May 18th, 2026. We've got base with a bit of intrigue today. I guess there's actually three cards. I was thinking there was two. Still mostly base. Got the return of Diplomat. Steward is the only trashing. For plus actions, we've got Village, Festival, Diplomat, and Throne Room. So plenty of actions. For draw, we've got Steward, Diplomat, Moat, and that can all be enhanced by Throne Room. For gains, we've got +5 from Festival, and we've got gaining silvers from Bureaucrat. I don't really anticipate the latter being relevant. I mean, we'll probably want one silver in the deck for Merchant, but other than that, I don't imagine wanting to gain a bunch of additional silvers. To open, definitely gonna pick a Steward. Other than that, so we've got a lot of peddlers potentially with Poacher and Merchant. Nice thing about those is that they don't get in the way of the Steward trashing. Secret Passage would be slightly better at making it avoiding a potential Steward bottom deck. Like specifically in the scenario where we would see. So it's like we saw neither of our opening buys turn 3, and then turn 4 if we have Secret Passage in hand and don't have Steward, we're guaranteed to see it. Whereas if we had like a Poacher or a Merchant in hand, we would have a 50-50 chance to bottom deck the Steward if we didn't have it also in hand. So it still doesn't guarantee that we don't miss the Steward, because we could just bottom deck them both. But Sombrero aside, Secret Passage would ensure that we see it. So there's some merit to that. Though obviously Secret Passage in general, not the most useful of cards the long term, and the gains are effectively somewhat limited. Only having +5 from Festival, it's not going to be that easy to add a bunch of cards. I guess, I mean, we can Throne Festival, that does help. We take Poacher. Poacher is fine for a while. It could get worse eventually if a pile empties. I do think that will happen, probably with Festival if nothing else. Merchant just doesn't do anything initially here. If we do collide like Poacher Steward, we would very likely still be able to hit 3, right? Even like we'd have to see all 3 estates that turn for that not to be the case, and then at least we're getting to trash 2 estates. So, and 3 is a perfectly useful number here. So, yeah, it's definitely between Secret Passage and Poacher, and I think it's mostly just Secret Passage mitigates a risk that I don't think is a big risk. And overall, I'm not too excited about it, so I think I will go with a Poacher. Gives us a better chance. Well, okay. Gives us a better chance to hit 5, which we are going to want to do to pick up a Festival relatively soon, since that is the source of gains. Okay. Wonder if we take a Throne Room already. There's definitely a risk of drawing the Throne Room with nothing else, but we only have 1 estate left, which means we can't fail to hit a useful price point at all. Oh, I guess we could have taken a Moat last turn. I should have at least thought about that. I kind of forgot I was there. to be honest. Uh, I'm still not sure that I would want one at this point, but I think I will take the throne room. No? Great. It could be correct to just draw a steward here then. Yeah, I think it is. Pick a festival. We take another one? I suppose. Now I'll trash. Uh, you have two festivals, so I think another steward looks good. I think we need to throw in this poacher, try to draw one of those stewards. Okay. So what do we have on top? I'd like to trash here, but we just have steward and some junk down there. Hmm. I mean, steward and 4 copper. We could trash and just plan to get a moat next turn. We could also trash and plan to. Sorry, we could trash this turn and next turn and plan to get a moat. We could also trash this turn, not trash next turn, get another festival next turn, and get like maybe just 2 more stewards. Um, or steward village maybe. We could also draw here. We'd have a 40% chance to draw the steward. And if we don't, it's not the end of the world. I think I'm going to go with the draw option. Okay. Well, it's annoying. Thinking maybe like Throne Village Moat or something. Why is it gold? We do have another steward down there. Think I want to draw again. Okay, good. Honestly, just 2 more throne rooms looks pretty good. You could also consider a diplomat. Diplomat does combine well with festival and with throne room. Yeah, sure. Hmm. We've got enough. Draw here to get to the end of our deck. This will trash. Wait, what? I didn't realize I was playing the village. Oh, God damn it. I wouldn't have done that. I would have played the poacher. I don't know how I lost track of that. Uh, okay, I guess we should probably get coins here. Get one more festival. Is it time for silver so that we can start adding merchants? Might be. Mm. Yeah, I think so. Um, I think I think we double play the festival. Okay, we can throw in steward. There's the last two coppers. Okay. 3 festivals are enough, or do we want a fourth? I mean, we do have a lot of throne rooms. We can add more. Throne rooms has the potential to be more payload as well as draw. I definitely want more throne rooms. We take 2 throne rooms. I mean, we could take one more festival with that, or we could go like merchant moat. We don't really need more buys, I don't think. I think I prefer the plan that I think I prefer this line. Mhm. Think of well, let's play. Okay, we got the throne. Good. Let's play the poacher as well, because we're gonna throne anything. It's not gonna be the poacher, it's gonna be the steward. Throne, festival, diplomat. Okay. We are gonna have to start greening at some point here. I'm a little surprised the bot hasn't already. I wonder if we take a province here. I think I'm done adding festivals. Uh, yeah, we can have as many as 6 buys, and I don't, unless we're going for a pile out, I don't think we need more than that. I don't think I'm going for a pile out. Don't think that looks very practical, at least not in the short term. So we had one province, maybe 2 more throne rooms. And a diplomat. Okay. Uh, throw in the moat, I guess. Hmm. Just throwing both of the festivals. Makes sense to me. Two, three, four throne rooms. This is our 5th out of 7. Two more throne rooms left. We have enough stuff to throne for the merchant. Go ahead and throw in the festival. Diplomat, diplomat. That last card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's not a throne room. It's not a festival. We only have one Poacher Village and Merchant. What is it? We've played both of our diplomats. And I really wish I could just see all the cards at once. Wait, is it? Did I miscount the turn rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did. Okay. So we could leave the throne room on top. We can get to 22 here. Are we afraid of the bot crippling? I doubt it. Uh, yeah, if we draw the throne room, we end up with the same amount of coins as if we just leave it on top. So there's no reason to draw it. So we're going to get at least one province. And the question is, like I said, are we concerned about the bot tripling? 6 coins from gold from the bot. Does it have any copper left? No. It doesn't have any silver. It has 2 stewards, 5 festivals. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Plus the 6 is 20. Does it have any other money? I think it doesn't. Right? I have all the throne rooms. I have the only poacher, I have the only merchant, I have the only silver. So its only money is coming from Festival Steward and gold. So it cannot triple, which means we can safely take one more province. And then what? We could. So if we had drawn a little bit better here, we would have been able to hit triple. Right, if we'd gotten one more throne, that throne play in. So we have the money in the deck to do it. How much throning did we spend on draw? We double played 2 moats. and then we double played a festival, and then we double played a festival, and then we double. So we spent 2 thrones on draw. That is a pretty low number. So I think the options here are either assume the bot is going to take a province anyway, which does seem pretty likely. I mean, if the bot took no provinces, like, what's the best it could do? It could take 4 duchies, which would be the equivalent of taking 2 provinces, and then it would have a 1 province lead. In that world, there would be like some risk of the bot, like, oh, we have like a, if we take 2 provinces, then the bot can win. Um, but I mean, the bot's deck could be pretty bad at that point. So what I'm thinking about is rather than like we could go double merchant if we just wanted to add like 2 easy coins to our deck and make it easier to hit 24. But we could also go like double village to try to just make it more likely that we can draw. I'm not sure if I mean, we do have a throne room on top of the deck, so I'm not sure. But we don't have 2 throne rooms on top of the deck. 2 throne rooms on top of the deck would be like then we just want to find a draw card. Um, hmm. We do have these 2 extra provinces to get through. The other thing we could do is go like secret passage mode. I think triple mode is a little much, but secret passage mode to add some more draw to offset the provinces that we just added. And make it easier to line up the potentially 24 coins that we have in the deck anyway. Hmm. I mean, secret passage isn't doing that much. It could also be like diplomat mode, I guess. Realistically, knowing how the bot plays, it's probably just gonna like buy a province or 2 and hope that I dud. Which is possible at this point with 3 provinces and a silver in the deck. Um, what is the best? The best dud mitigation. It probably is double village, just because that um, gives us more actions to like. I mean, well, the most straightforward way that we did is we just draw like all the provinces, the silver, and like a throne room or a festival or something. Well, we already know we have a throne room on top, but I mean, if that happens, there's not really anything we can do about it. We kind of have to assume that we're going to draw something else, and then based on what that something else is, like secret passage is actually pretty useful in that sense because it can bottom deck a stop card. Um, Diplomat would be useful because we can throne it, and it gives plus actions and draw. Well, it only gives plus actions the first time, but still. Moat is not useful unless we see some plus actions first. Uh, Village is only useful if we see some draw. guess it's not entirely true because we have a throne room on top, and if you throw in the village, like that's still, it's not increasing our hand size, but it does mean that we can play more draw cards before we need to find more plus actions. Hmm. I think I'm going to go diplomat mode. I think there's realistically we should have a good turn regardless, but okay. Yeah, okay. The bot did indeed lower the provinces. All right, so if we throne diplomat, we go from 2 cards. Do we get 2 cards, and we draw 2, and we have 4, and we get plus actions. And we draw 2, and we get 6, and we don't have plus actions. I mean, that's not necessarily the end of the world. Um, and I think it makes more sense to play the diplomat first than to play the festival. And now we probably just play moat and try to make sure we find more stuff. All right, so we've spent 2 throne rooms on draw. Ideally, no, it doesn't matter. We only need 2 provinces, right? Okay, yeah. Um, we only need 2 buys as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the poacher. We don't need to throne that. We don't need to throne this. We don't need to throne this. I guess I'll go ahead and play the moat. We can throne steward or diplomat for draw if we need to. Okay, another throne. That's good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we're only 1 coin short of already being able to double. So I think we just. I would. Let's see. Got 3 more throne rooms in those 7 cards. Getting actions from this diplomat just does not seem particularly important. Just to say, I'm gonna go throne, diplomat. Okay, throne. We didn't draw it. Oh, I forgot about the coin from merchant. We were already there. Okay. In any case, we've got enough draw. We can just run the festivals. That last card is actually the other province. So we ended up actually at the same amount of money. Yeah. So obviously being first player is always gonna be good on any kingdom, including this one. I guess not technically any kingdom, but just about. But I think like, and that gave us tempo on the bot in the scoring phase and all that. But I do think so. I don't think the golds here are very good. They're not terrible. It is by a single card. It is the most efficient payload, but um, you like the deck control here is a little brittle because you need to be playing with Festival for plus buy. All of the draw is like moat strength draw. So that means you're not, and you have no there's no duration draw, there's no top decking. I mean, I guess technically there could be with Secret Passage, but I mean, the point is like there's not a lot of reliability. So you really want to be, first of all, you really want to be playing with Throne Room, and that was kind of what I was building towards. But you want to be playing Throne Room for your draw because it's action efficient. And while you can get actions from Village, having to buy a bunch of villages is buys you aren't spending on the more flexible uh, cards or the like Steward or the cards that have payload. Well, and that does include Steward, but it also includes like Throne Room Festival, Merchant. Diplomat, I guess you would say, is a more flexible in the sense that it can return actions, but it's also draw. Anyway, the point is, I think Village here is like a fallback plan, but not really how you want to be getting most of your actions, just because it's not very gain efficient relative to getting them from Throne Room, because Throne Room can double as payload. And so, the draw is, it's there, but it's a little bit, you know, shaky. And so gold is not helping you with that. You cannot throne a gold. And arguably, I shouldn't have even bothered with the silver. Like, I only ended up taking one merchant. I think that was probably just not the play. Like, if this had been two stewards, that probably just would have been better. I mean, as it was playing out, having two stewards that give me like a net total of one more coin between these two cards wouldn't have done anything, because then I would have been hitting 23 instead of 22. But I think, yeah, I think I probably should have just not bothered with the silver. I guess I thought I would have more opportunities to pick up more merchants, but I think that was skippable. But yeah, the fact that you can't throne a gold means I think you don't really want gold. Obviously, the bot didn't take any throne rooms, so like that wasn't like structurally a problem with this deck. But I think you absolutely want to be taking throne rooms. I didn't pay close attention. It was a little hard for me to tell whether the bot was in fact drawing deck consistently or not, but it seems unlikely. Just because you're like, it had plenty of plus actions, but it doesn't have a ton of draw. And the thing is, like, yeah, if you compare that to my deck, where okay, I also only have, but it has two diplomats, two stewards, three modes, and I had three diplomats, two stewards, and three modes. So pretty similar, but I also have seven throne rooms. So like the number of draw cards I potentially have is approximately double the bots. It's actually a little bit more than double, because I have one more like actual draw card. Um, yeah, so I think this is a pretty common thing in base heavy kingdoms, where throne room is really like the card that makes the whole thing go. And obviously the bot was able to, you know, like it had a functional deck without that, but a worse deck. Um, yeah. So yeah, this just didn't throne room good. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.